Hello Moviesflics here. Today I will explain the events of the year 2019, action comedy movie Zombieland Double Tap directed by Ruben Fleischer. Warning: this video contains so many spoilers, watch at your own risk now and let's find out. Directly on film, Columbus tells us that their main reason for this survival in these years is that they know the enemies that kill blood better than them. Presents different types of modified zombies, identified by their characters. Columbus says he is stupid again. Happy Zombie is the second Homer. One howls like in Stephen Hawking. They got a name as smart as he was. He ninjas are the third type, zombie with silent and deadly features. Columbus and his party fired again. Fight many zombies in front of White House. After clearing all zombies, enter the Columbus of the building. He explains that after the apocalypse they live together in a safe house as one person. The family enjoys daily. Columbus is frustrated after the discovery book of the first edition Association of Rings from Wichita like Christmas. Samonge, Tallahassee hand over gift box in. You look at the small rock and not surprised to find another gun. The Tallahassee makes clear that this is not the case, just a gun, but he got 45, which was his. To King Elvis Presley, a small rock stops and explodes. Other zombies are also Tallahassee trying to stop him, saying Christmas. As he comes out he shouts that it is so. November 17th, Wichita worries about a small rock on his bed. Seeing his anxious Columbus, comes to the cupboard and pulls out the box, goes to bend it again, proposes that Wichita be Mrs. Ohio in, giving him the hope of a diamond. Wichita explains that married people do it, only one thing called divorce and so on. He does not like the idea of finding a married. Columbus responds that it will happen. They never happened because they did not exist. Lawyers to open a case you do it. Says that he does not know what to say. Columbus humiliates him by saying it whenever it is ready. For the following, the day of the Tallahassee and Columbus received a note in a table that describes Wichita, and a small rock left them both. The girls drive down the street to the beast. The highly refined Tallahassee is a weapon. The limousine they talk about a lot. Columbus deep attachment towards Wichita and unnecessary pressure. We Tallahassee over the Little Rock. See a car parked in front of one person. A guitar blocking their way into the road. Columbus and Tallahassee roam the area. The retail store is talking about leaving of Wichita and Small Rock. Tallahassee tells Columbus about Blackfoot. The Tallahassee Indians explain that listen to the buffaloes cry again, hunted by grazing on a cliff, naming it the Big Huffalo Jump. Columbus meets Madison, one of the people, survivors of the Hull. Tallahassee signals Columbus does not always do any. Columbus ignore him and ask Madison if he can come. In the place where they live, a White House, Columbus finds that he has found someone in him. Speak after Wichita left him anyway, not to be kind. When he saw Madison's actions, Tallahassee tells Columbus that Madison, he is alive. Because the zombies are eating the brain, and he does not have, he suggests that Columbus part with him. Madison takes Columbus to Lincoln's, in the bedroom, and share the bed. Tallahassee and Columbus listen to strange sounds, enter the room and find Wichita. Wichita says you exist, with weapons. He tells them that a little rock is gone for him to share, that he chose a pacifist boy with a guitar, originally from Berkeley. Wichita goes on to say that you have heard, a small stone tells him he wants it, went to Graceland, remembering that he was denying it, the concept of small rock, and was suddenly left with the remaining note on the Wichita shares that he is troubled as a small rock, unarmed. Continues that Berkeley told about a new zombie over, solidifies faster and kills better, familiar with hunting. Tallahassee tells them they are leaving in the morning to find a small rock in time. He and Columbus are talking. Madison went down the stairs at night and asked Columbus, Uma Ezalala Wichita. He is surprised to find this and leaves. Far, the Tallahassee happily descended to board his pet, but he is disappointed to find it. A van on the road kicks the van. In frustration they got into the van. You do it. You are surprised to find Hope Diamond in Madison's finger. Madison says that he just wore it after getting it. In the cupboard the van is pounding on the road and stopped. Tallahassee, viewing location with binoculars, and sees a bus nearby. They had to get on their bus ride. As Madison runs and pulls, the bus door starts ringing. Zombies just pop out of the head, straight to them. Columbus climbed onto the roof, bus driver, and inform others with a guide for the approaching zombies. Listening to Tallahassee and Wichita clear the zombies with their other guns. Zombies almost attack Wichita as you reload. Madison appeared blinking his eyes, zombie and promising until Wichita shoots Wichita thanks to save his life, the last appearance. The zombie miraculously does not die behind, he shoots repeatedly approaching Tallahassee, who continues to shoot, does not stop until the Tallahassee is crushed, his head shall be broken in pieces by his foot. Columbus then introduced the T-800S, a new type of zombies has developed for him. He explains that these are zombies. One and the same attitude, non-stop predators, lock their target. Columbus is a little worried, Rock, after seeing the T-800S as they are unarmed after clearing the zombies before, find the bus and take it inside. A few meters in front of the bus wheels, walk down with an unsatisfied face. Tallahassee and the group entered their minivan and start boarding. On the street, Madison begins to show off strange behavior. His face is red too, he felt like he was spitting, and they stopped the van and ask him to get out so he can feel it. Madison is free to go out and start cleaning. Tallahassee and Wichita suspect that you have been bitten by a zombie and so on. He soon became one of them, asked Columbus to go and shoot him, not wanting Columbus to come out again, following Madison fleeing. In van, Tallahassee and Wichita, hearing two guns shortly after Columbus, come in and try to relax Columbus for his feelings and move on. In the next forum, the Tallahassee finds he is confused because his dream has come true. Truth as they see the sign of the Graceland, he is immediately disappointed in his appearance. The place becomes desolate and they drive it out, and they stopped at the Round Dog Hotel and saw animal there and then enter the hotel inside. The hotel got all the history, things related to Elvis Presley King. The Tallahassee plays the piano and sings one of his favorites at the same time. He beaten by Nevada, pointing a gun to him. Nevada is the owner of the hotel and a great fan of Elvis Presley. As Tallahassee, Wichita comes and asks him about her Little Rock and Nevada's sister, he tells them that he and his lover of peace, Berkeley, headed to Babylon for a few days ago. Tallahassee asked why they had left the beast. Nevada responds to Berkeley, he said this should be strengthened, anger Tallahassee even more. In the car, Berkeley tells a small rock that Babylon is a public and safe place, protected on all sides where it is complete pacifists remain. He explains that the place does not exist resistance to any form of violence or firearms. While passing, a group of zombies are found following them. Elsewhere, Nevada discourse and Tallahassee by Elvis Presley as they pass theirs at night, instead of quenching their thirst with each other and share in bed. Berkeley and a small rock reaches out to the people of Babylon. At Babylon, welcome and melt the gun, carrying a small rock. At the bar, Tallahassee is surprised, the loud noise of a crash without everything. They hurried out and found the beast, crushed monster truck. The Tallahassee gets irritated and starts cursing a man with a cowboy's hat. Albuquerque comes out of the car, and he says he doesn't like anything parked in his path. Out comes another man, Flagstaff. See, they introduce themselves there. Flagstaff talks about his orders. Columbus too shares his rules they are trying to make to compete with each other's rules as well. Prove it above. Another Nevada asks why. They quickly return to Albuquerque. Stock bolts are out. Flagstaff Airlines adds that these, stronger than previous zombies, he explains their fast and high speed hunting volume they call bolts, from Usain Bolt. Columbus counters that they call these zombies T-800S from the Albuquerque. Terminator informs everyone that the bolts are depleted and present towards them. While they were drinking in the bar, they heard thunder without them. She hurried to the window. They were amazed to see the bolts around the monster truck. Tallahassee, coughing his gun, ready to do so. Finish. Albuquerque and Flagstaff, they stopped him and said he was a man. Mission. They go out and fight zombies. After finishing them, they come in again, brag about killing bolts. The Tallahassee commends them for their work. In the Nevada bar, sees a zombie bite mark in Albuquerque's hand. However, he says just a tattoo. He is currently making progress, physical changes and onset. Cleaning. Flagstaff says Albuquerque has had symptoms of infection. This Albuquerque contradicts that Flagstaff, he was bitten twice. As Flagstaff denies it, also begins fast cleaning turned into T-800S and attack others. Despite the shooting, 800 Tires kept attacking them until they are crushed. Tallahassee questions if he did zombie murder of the year. The next day, Tallahassee, Columbus again. Wichita moved to Babylon to get a little the rock. Tallahassee is trying to control it. The nun truck fails to do so, and nothing more than to get into a small van too. On the road, they saw a sports car they had seen earlier on the side. The bus is surprised to see it. Madison drove him in van and asked him how he is doing. He says he showed an unusual reaction due to allergies to the nut diet, and thanks Columbus for the shooting over the head. They finally came to Babylon and stopped there. Thereafter all come out. Tallahassee sets a bomb in a van that recently explodes. The guard at the door emphasizes that guns are not allowed to be given upon the bullets and go into Babylon. Inside they meet Berkeley and Little Rock. Tallahassee recognizes that it is his. The job is over as he finds a small rock, safe, say goodbye to everyone, and the leaves to the west. On the street the Tallahassee beats one of the T-800 then found their herd, headed for Babylon immediately, directs his car 180 degrees and he hastened to Babylon to warn its inhabitants, Babylon, which is a whole group of T-800s, straight to them and tell everyone, stop music on fireworks as it is, to attract T-800s. Tallahassee asks and fury if all arms melt. Boy says so. They make a sign of peace on their necks. They talk about how to fight zombies. Tallahassee are all around and share his plan. He tells them that they will enlighten the zombies by using the biodiesel they have. He goes on to say after that they will strike stragglers and say they built a gauntlet that trained them on how to do it, make them lay down the pipes again, bring the tank in and run fuel in the pipe and drill holes in it. Diesel discharge pipes. C. Create a spinning wheel somewhere, height unseen by zombies. A. Fireworks light up in the sky from building. Madison shouts what it means. They saw the zombies coming down. Ground. Tallahassee, Columbus, Wichita once. Small rock carry fire torch. C. Turn on the starting rotating wheel. In motion rotation. T-800s note, light up and change their way in understanding it. Madison informs them that zombies, they came to the orders of the Tallahassee. Both Sophia and Jamie joined Courtney at the hospital's basement as she requested. There's a whole functional clinic there. In case of emergencies, Courtney explains to them what her project is about. She's been searching for the region of the brain that is responsible for near-death experiences, so she wants to map the process the same way they map a seizure. In order to do that, she wants her friends to stop her heart while she's in the image scanner, then bring her back. After 1 minute, Sophia doesn't want anything to do with it, but Jamie accepts. He stops Courtney's heart with a combination of drugs and a defibrillator, effectively killing her while Sophia and Jamie keep an eye on the scanner and make sure it's recording. Courtney has an out-of-body experience. She sees everyone inside the hospital and then the roof, before going around the whole city. When the minute passes, Sophia and Jamie start the resuscitating process, but they aren't able to bring her back. Sophia pages Ray asking for help and he rushes out of his office when he sees the message, so Marlowe sees him leave. Courtney continues her journey. Now she sees the room she isn't explode before, appearing at a bridge filled with glowing lights. This vision ends, however, when her friends finally manage to bring her back with the help of Ray's smart guidance. As Sophia calls Courtney crazy, Marlowe arrives and demands to know what's going on. Moments later, the five of them go to Courtney's place where she tells them what the experience was like. She calls it pure energy. Together they watch the scanner recordings and notice bolts of lightning appearing on different areas of the brain. Ray decides to leave because he thinks this idea was crazy, and Courtney spends 10 minutes on the balcony just watching the city. When Marlowe checks on her, Courtney says she wants to bake the next morning. All the bread Courtney baked is brought to class. Marlowe says she made 6 loaves when she remembered her grandmother's recipe. Everyone to the light station and immediately turn on the oil pipe, begins to burn and border flames, building zombies up in a bowl and surrounded by fire. Line of fire reaches the oil container in between and heat container explodes. All zombies are nearby. Tallahassee and others climb to the tower and express their fading joy. As soon as more zombies came towards them, take the axes and shovels they have and start hitting the losing zombies, hope and kiss for the last time as zombies pass by in droves. Suddenly a monster truck appears and flying towards zombies, it crushing zombies around and coming near the Tower of Nevada. Appears in driver's seat and ask if they need it ride and drive a truck over. Zombies crush them down. Soon the truck goes out of control and tilts on the ground. They all come out of it and go in Babylon. However, they cannot escape as surrounded by zombies. At the door, Madison and others toss TVs and refrigerators from the top, which Click on the other zombies below. This creates an opportunity for Tallahassee and others to discover. They enter the building and are chased by zombies inside, on top of the people building a gauntlet again. Create a path between Tallahassee. You run on the road while zombies, followed by Columbus explaining, Tallahassee makes history in Zombieland with only one lead. A huge American zombie jumps Tallahassee, jump off a cliff and place a hook of cracking as he swings the pendulum. Move all the zombies jump. The cliff falls to the ground and continues, throwing back and forth while both zombies hanging at his foot. Tallahassee begins to lose grip and hang. Zombie tries to bite him but in nick the moment the little rock pulls out the gun again, kills a zombie, then pulls Tallahassee on the roof. Tallahassee embraced a small stone as he did. He tells her that he will not lose her. Christmas now. Wichita answers yes to Columbus while surprised again. Frustrated Madison also gives hope. The diamond to Columbus he wears. Finger of Wichita and Veda and Tallahassee kiss. Madison find each other. Berkeley after a small rock left him. They all rode on Elvis Presley's classic Fleetwood series. Nevada asks where they are headed. Columbus answers home with one word. Tallahassee questions back to where the home is. Columbus with a small smile answered that they already exist means that adventure teaches that home is not a place, but for people one has with him. Clarifies that this is the reason why those close to them are called homes. That was my film recap. I hope you enjoy. Now comment on what is yours, the favorite part was, and be sure to hit like button, leave a comment again, subscribe to our channel. Until next time, this has been a complete repetition.